Welcome back, beautiful creatures of the universe, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This here channel is called Simply Being, and my name is August Love. You can call me August, you could call me Love. Either or, it doesn't matter. But if you're new here, this channel is all about growing, learning, and healing ourselves, learning life lessons, taking it one step at a time. I'm trying to build a community to where we all are healing ourselves and just simply being human, erasing everything that we were taught, thought about, the doubt, the self doubt, anything you could possibly think of. Trying to erase it. We're trying to redo it. It's 2026. It's a new year for us to learn and grow and heal. So if this is a channel that you would be into, I would love to have you here. So welcome. So in today's video, we're gonna jump right into it. If you saw my previous video and I talked about energy vampires, I expressed how, what is an energy vampire? What does it consist of? What can you look out for when you're dealing with someone who is an energy vampire? So in this video, I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper into that topic, and I'm gonna tell you what types and what to look out for, what type of behavior to look out for within those different types of energy vampires that may be in your life or may be surrounding you every day, work, family, friends, whoever it may be. Okay, so without further ado, we're just gonna get straight into the video. I do have a little notebook, so if you see me looking down, that is what I'm doing, and I hope y'all enjoy today's video. All right, so straight into it. There are 6 types of energy vampires that I want to get into today, and so without any hesitation, let's just dive straight into it. So the first one I want to talk about, this type of energy vampire, I'm pretty sure some of y'all have been around it. Y'all have heard it. You might not have picked up on it straight away, but I'm going to get right into it. So the first type of energy vampire is the person that plays a victim. So this person, this type of person, or this type of energy vampire, this person would always see something wrong, right? There's always something wrong. They're always, something is always happening to them. They're always coming to you, running to you about something bad that happened. Or, for example, someone said something mean to them. Someone did something mean to them. Something is always happening with this type of energy vampire. They're playing the victim role, okay? So if you know, like, they they might even create those type of situations to happen, like, because in their mind that next person is already have it out for them, or that other person may already be talking bad about them, but in their head they're already the victim. They're always the victim. There's always something happening to them. Another example, this person may always, be ill. Something might always be hurting them. Something might always be wrong with their body, physical wise. They're never they're never in a good mood. That's the first one. And it's not only that they're never in a good mood or there's always something wrong with them, but they rarely want the solution to whatever issue that they have going on. For example, so if you have the victim that is always something is always ill with them, and you try to give them a solution to their problem, hey, go see a doctor. Did you go get checked up? Something simple, or whatever the case may be. But they didn't do it. They don't follow through. They don't try to get help for it. They don't do anything. So that type of person, they really want the solution to the problem. They just say stuff to get the attention from you, or from from your friend group or whoever. They just say it, but they don't really want the solution, or they don't want to try to find the solution to the problem. They just say it to speak it so you can either give them sympathy, you have empathy towards them, or you say, oh well, I'm sorry that you're dealing with that, anything just to receive the attention. So that is the first type of energy vampire. Number two, the second type of energy vampire, and a lot of us deal with this type of person on the daily, and some of y'all might not even think that this is that type of person, but be careful, because the second energy vampire is the drama creator. Okay? And I know if y'all watching this right now, you're probably like, mm-hmm. The drama creator. So this person, they always involved in conflict. They love the chaos. They love gossip, right? Um, they're always pulling people into their drama. They're always pulling people into unnecessary, situations that aren't even caught. Like, you're pulled into something that you don't even know. Like, you're probably looking like them, like, okay, so what do you want me to do? Like, but they're always trying to create some type of drama. They'll run to one person. They'll say, "Hey, she said so and so and so and so," and then they'll go back to that person that they originally talked to, and they'll be like, "Oh, she said so and so and so and so." When originally you weren't even involved in it, but now that person didn't carry information onto you, now you're speaking on that situation, and then that person goes back and take the information that you just told them, and now they're taking it to the next person. So the drama creator, is a person that they just love to stay in some type of drama. When it's quiet, their brain dictates that as it's boring. There's nothing going on. So be careful for those, because sometimes secretly a person could smile in your face and they are the one behind the scene creating the drama. So definitely be careful with those type of people, because you will end up in situations that you didn't even want to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to people when y'all have friend groups or anything like that, and they feel like the friend group is going too well. Like, this is boring to me. We're all having a good time. This is boring. They don't care about having a good time, girl. They trying to start some stuff. Starting stuff is a good time for them. So be careful about those type of people. Straight into number three. Energy vampire number three. Y'all ready for this one, right? Because this is every day. Y'all know someone somewhere who does this every single day. I kid you not. Either in your workplace, in your family, in your friend group, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever it may be, y'all know somebody like this right now. And when I say it, y'all gonna be like, yeah. So, energy vampire number three is the complainer. And I'm not talking about regular complaining. I am talking about the constant complainer. The person that always has something negative going on. They always have something negative going on. And you just be like, what? Like, girl, can you say something positive to that? No. They're never not gonna say anything positive. They're not. Something is always negative is gonna come out of their mouth. Nothing is ever good enough for this person. It's just constant negativity. And every time you speak with this person, like, everything just feels either draining, exhausting, or it's just like very heavy. Like, heavy. The energy is just like, you know how you had that one person, you be like, oh, here come Christina, or I'm not using no sorry if your name is Christina. I'm not throwing nobody under the bus. I don't know anybody in particular named Christina, okay? I'm just using it for an example. Sorry if your name is Christina, but for example, I had to say that. I had to say that. Don't come for me, Christina. Don't be in my comment section trying to chop my head off. But anyway, for example, you'd be like, dang, here come Christina with her complaining, you know what? But you know, because Christina is always that person that either you're at work and she's like, oh, well, no one emptied the pencil sharpener, the thingy. I don't know. Like, no one refilled the coffee up. Okay, girl, like, just go do it yourself. You know, they have something always that they have to say. As long as it's a complaint and as long as it's negative, they're gonna do it. You know, or for another example, like, oh, yeah, she walked by me and she didn't even speak this morning. Like, it could be anything. Maybe any and everything, actually. That's a bad energy vampire. That is like, I don't know if that's at the top of my list, like the one I hate the most, but that one right there is like, dang girl, you want to say liven up a little bit. You always got something bad to say. Can you give somebody a compliment today? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you have to worry about what they didn't do their job right? No, they didn't take the trash out. They didn't do they're always gonna say anything and everything. Anything that's negative, they're gonna talk about it. All right, so that was number 3, the complainer. And I know some of y'all know somebody like this on the daily. I know. All right, so straight into number 4. See, oh, I'm sorry. Number 4. Number 4 is tricky for many reasons, right? Number 4 is tricky because you either know this person is doing it or you have no idea that they're doing it. And let me tell you, if you have no idea that they're doing it, I feel like that's even worse. I feel like that's even worse. So, number 4, energy vampire, the competitive person. The competitive one. And I said this one is tricky because this person is always comparing themselves to somebody. They could be comparing themselves to you and you don't even know it. It could be a family member. It can be the person that you lay next to every night and you have no idea that they're doing that. And with this person, like I said, they're always comparing themselves to you or to the next person. They can't celebrate any of your wins. You have any lick of small success, anything that you want to celebrate at all. It doesn't matter what it could be. They're in the back. Those the ones that got their nose snobbed up. Like, why she feel like that's good for her. That ain't nothing to celebrate. I did this, and this, and that. And why she thinks she gotta celebrate? Ugh, she not doing better than me. Them the ones you gotta watch out. Them the ones you have to watch out for. No, like on everything. And then also, they're the ones that everything you do is turned into competition for them. Let's talk about it. let's talk about it. So everything that you do turns into, oh, hold on. My little nose hook is cute, but I'm just wearing this because I'm like, I don't know if I actually want a real nose piercing or not. But anyway, let me not get distracted. It's cute. But them people, those type of energy vampires, they turn everything you do into a competition, whether you know of it or not. And I'm gonna give it a little. I'm not gonna mention no names, but I'm gonna give an example. So I had an ex friend, and I didn't notice it at first, but driving home from work every day, right? driving home from work, go the same route to get to, our places. And I stay a little further than this person. So, this person would always try to do whatever she needed to get ahead of me on the road. Okay. On the road. I didn't notice that it was getting bad until it actually got bad. One day she cut me off in front of a light. She cut me off in front of the light at the last minute and the light turned red. And I called her and I was like, you just cut me off in front of the light? Like, that was dangerous. But I had already noticed that she was jumping in and out the lanes. Every day we would go home, she was speeding. And I'm like, why is she speeding so fast? Like, what is that about? Just doing it because in her head it's a competition. Oh, you're not gonna beat me. You're not gonna get faster to wherever you gotta go faster than me. I'm gonna get there faster before you. But I did confront her about it, and of course it was made up to be like, oh, that's not what it is. That's not, I don't be doing that. But girl, you cut me off every day. And some days I was driving slow. I was cruising. I'm minding my own. I'm tuned into my music. It was some days. But it was like every day I noticed that she was speeding in front of me. Jumping in and out of lanes. And then you know how you jump in one lane, and the traffic ends up getting backed up in the other lane? Like, even if she got backed up in the other lane because I stayed in my lane, she still would find a way to speed in front of me. And I'm just like, but I didn't say anything until that day she cut me off. I kid you not. So the people, the energy vampires that is always in competition with you, they're always trying to one up you. They're always trying to do something better, even if it's a hairstyle. You go to work with your hair, or you go to school with your, wherever you go. You go to school with your hair or work, and you got a new hairstyle. Is what I'm getting at. You have a new hairstyle, and you notice, everybody's giving you compliments and stuff like that, and then you notice the very next day, or maybe the next week, some people even a month later down the line are like, and you just notice that person either came in with the same hairstyle as you, or they just tried to one up you. They did the same color, or they did a different color that's brighter than your color. Anything just to get the attention that you got originally, so they won't feel like that you're outshining them. Like I said, be careful for those people, because you either know they're doing it or you don't know they're doing it. Because the ones that are doing it behind your back, you might not even realize until it's late. Until like I said, like, for example, the ex-friend that I had who cut me off in the middle of traffic. You might not know it until it's like, this person will knock you down in the race if they have to. They will run you over in their vehicle if they have to, just to say that you don't get no victory over them. And be careful, because that person secretly do not like you. It don't matter who it is. You get a new Mercedes and you got a 2024 Mercedes. That's good to you. But now this person go get a 2026 Mercedes just because, so they can say, oh, you got a 24, girl, I got a 26. You ain't hitting on nothing. Be careful, okay? Be careful. Now, I ain't saying I'm riding no Mercedes. I ain't riding no Mercedes. I'm not. One day I will be. But yeah, just please, y'all have to pay attention, be more alert. Just be careful around these people, okay? So that was number 4. You know what? Number 5. You might not even realize that some people do this to you on a daily basis. But when you start looking for the signs and you start knowing what to look for, you're gonna realize that a lot of people might do you like this. So number five is the guilt tripper. I don't think that came out right. Let me say it again. Number five is the guilt tripper, the person that always makes you feel guilty. Okay, they make you feel bad when you have to set your boundaries. Yes, you set a boundary, they're already trying to make you feel bad. Oh, I didn't mean nothing by it. I was just concerned about you. And then you're in your head like, damn, am I being rude? Like you're trying to be like, I don't know, like whatever it is for you. This person also uses emotions to control either outcomes or situations. Yeah. This person used their emotions against you to either control outcomes or situations. For example, you have a birthday party, right? Um, well, no, not you. Maybe them. Maybe let's just say they got a birthday party, right? And whatever is happening right now, you're unable to make it. And you explain to them why you're unable to make it. You're really sorry. You'll send them a gift at the end of the day. You're doing the best you can do to support that person on their birthday, you know? Okay, cool. That's on your part. What they're going to do in turn to guilt trip you and to make you feel bad for not coming, they're going to say stuff like, well, I don't know how many people are going to show up to my birthday party. Oh, well, if you're not there, it's not going to turn out the right way. Yeah. Oh, no, that sounds bad, but yes, those people are good. The good trippers, they definitely tug on your energy. And then what that does in turn for you is that make you feel like I have to show up now. No matter what you're dealing with, no matter what you're going through, you're going to do anything now to try to show up because you want to support that person the best way you possibly can. So if they're on the phone, they're like, I don't even know if my family's going to come. Then that means I'm not going to have anybody. They're guilt tripping you. Hell, you might be having surgery and you can't make it. And they don't understand. They're not gonna understand. It's just what they want. It's what they want in that moment. So I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all know someone like that. You know, it could be your mom, it could be your dad, it could be anybody, you know. Or they might be like, oh well, I don't have this in, or you know, like you're going out to a friend's dinner or something. Oh well, I had to pay my bills and I don't have the money to eat or whatever. So, you know, you either gonna do one or two things. You're gonna feel bad, you're gonna continue to let them come and you're gonna pay for their plate. Or, you know, you're gonna tell them, well, it's okay next time. But if they keep tugging on that narrative to be like, yeah, I really want to go, but I guess I can't go because I don't have the funds to go. Now they're just guilt tripping you. Because at that point, it has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I got to be careful for those type of people, too. Those energy vampires, though, some of them are like, they do this every day. Now, I'm not saying a person is an energy vampire because they do some of these things. We all complain, right? We all have a bad day. We all have times where we actually don't have the funds to do something, and that's just what it is, and we all know that. But when you have a person that every time you turn around they're doing one of these things consistently, then that's not somebody you need to be around. So I do have one more. Actually, I have one more, but there was one that I didn't write down, and I do want to mention it. And I felt the need to mention this because I feel like it's one that y'all won't see coming. I feel like it's one that no one would actually realize that it's an energy vampire type of person. So I'm gonna go to number 6, and then I'm gonna talk about the other one, the last one I have. So number 6, and this is a bad one. This is a bad one. The copycat. Okay? The identity drainer. That person in your energy field who wants to be like you. They're trying to copycat you. Okay? That's not good. They take pieces of your personality, they take pieces of your lifestyle, and they try to incorporate it as that's who they are as a person. You know what I'm saying? They adopt things of you, from you, and try to make it their own, like it's their own. You know, they try to make it the things that you do in your everyday life like something that they do, and it's not them. They're taking bits and pieces of you, and they're just copy and pasting, you know? They copy it for you and they paste it onto them. It could be words, it could be your sense of style, it could be how you walk, how you talk. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, how you dress. It could be any of those things, y'all. And they just secretly taking bit by bit by bit by bit and copying it. And I think that's the one that I dislike the most. Because if you cannot find your own personality, you cannot be your own person, then you need to go have several seats. Because we aren't here to copy and paste each other. That's not how stuff works. We are here to be our own individual self. And if you don't know who you are as a person and you're trying to be like the next person to the point where you're taking their whole lifestyle and you're making it your own, there's something wrong with you then. If you have that type of person in your life, be careful. And I hate to say this, but like I said, my ex-friend, and recently an ex-friend, and I care about her, you know, dearly. But at the end of the day, there were so many things that I did not notice until of recently. And I hate to say this. There was a lot of things that I did not notice until of recently. Uh, Even with conversations, like I said, I would tell her things and use certain phrases or words, and then she'll take that of what I said and go and repeat that back to the next person as if it came out of her own mouth. Now, if someone is inspired by you, by all means, has have some type of compassion. If they're inspired, it's okay to be inspired by people, right? Because we all have a favorite celebrity, favorite influencer, someone that we're inspired by. But if this person is not taking inspiration and just learning from it, and they're actually trying to do everything that you do or be how you are, no. Please stay away from that person. Please stay away from that person. Because you're gonna start to realize like she said what to you? I'm the one that told her that. I'm the one who taught her that. Or I'm the one that started this style. That was my style. Why is this person, you know, taking everything that I'm doing and trying to make it their own? So what this person does is they will stay under you. They will come around. They will try to get every little bit of information from you to copy and paste You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not directly from you, they will still try to find a way to be in your business. They will try to find a way to be in your life, whether that is through family members, through your lover, through your children, anybody that's close to you, through social media. They will try to copy you. They will look at your pictures, be like, oh, that's cute. She got this, and that, or she said this, and that. I want to be like that. They will try to get any type of information from you so they can mimic who you are as a person instead of being their own person. So that gives me the ick. You know what I'm saying? Like, be who you are. We don't have to be the same. We like being around each other because we're different. We feed off of each other's different type of energies, different type of personalities. You know, if one friend group was all the same, then it would be boring. If we all had a friend group that was all angry, nothing would get solved. Nothing would get done. You know, if we all had a friend group that was impulsive, we all would be broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, be who you are going to be. Be your own individual self. And be careful of those people who stay under you to try to get information, to try to do what you're doing, specifically for their own gain, for their own cool points, for their own status quo. You know what I'm saying? So be careful. And then the last one I want to mention, and I don't have a name for this one, but I'm just I don't know YouTube guidelines, so I have to be very careful. But be careful of the person, and this is probably more pertaining to it, the people that have partners, like, you know, per, the person that you're like sleeping with every night. You know what I'm saying? Be careful with this type of person who actually like drains your energy when you have intercourse with them. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna say it like this: if this person was in a bad mood before you interacted with them, and y'all know what I mean by interacted. I don't want to, I don't want to get my video taken down or anything. But if this person was in a bad mood before you interacted with them, and then after you interact with them, you're feeling how they felt previously, but now they're feeling like energized. They're feeling powerful in a way. It's like they're taking something away from you that they needed. That's power. That's like a power swap. Most definitely an energy swap. So you have to be careful with who y'all are intertwined with, because I'm only speaking from experience. And I didn't know that this was a thing until it, like I said, was very noticeable. You could be around this person every day and they're just draining. They're always in a bad mood. But when they're ready to hook up with you, they're ready to intertwine with you, and they do, and they have that, and then you separate. Now they're macho. They just got this sudden burst of energy, and after you lay up with them, you're feeling like or you're feeling like, why did I do that? I wasn't even in the mood to do that. But now they're energized, and they're on their high horse, basically. Be careful, because that person is literally taking the energy out of you. It's like they know they're dominating something of you. They're taking it from you. something that's precious of you, whether it be man or woman. Whether it be man or woman, if you got someone that argues with you 24/7 and this is your partner and they're only good when you lay up with them, watch that. Watch it. If you consistently have issues with your partner and the only time you feel like everything is good is after you intertwine with them, watch that. They're taking your energy. That's another bad energy vampire, I promise. It's not good. It's not a good feeling. You don't want to feel drained after. You don't want to feel in your head like, what was that? Like, wasn't even in the mood. I just did it because I did it. And then as soon as they get up, they're like, they got all the energy in the world, and you're just like, yeah. I wanted to mention that because that is a real thing. That is a real energy swap. You are actually giving your body up to someone that didn't appreciate it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? They didn't appreciate it in the first place. They didn't respect you enough to say, "Hey, are you in the mood?" And they had an attitude with you before you even did it. What was the point of doing it? You have to be careful. So that was the last one. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all come back and see me soon. Yes, I just want y'all to be careful of these type of energy vampires. And let me know down in the comments if you dealt with any type of energy vampire that was mentioned in today's video. And if so, what was the interaction that you had with this person? I love you guys. I will see you next time. And I hope you have a good day or night whenever you're seeing this. Bye.